So I grew up chronically ill, and there was a really, really rough patch where I was in the hospital a lot, and it was really hard, and they didn't know for sure what was wrong with me, so that was difficult. And honestly, I didn't have a lot of hope, and just emotionally was not doing great, physically was not doing great. And I had a friend from one of my chronic illness support groups who actually told me about Random Acts. And it was really great because that was a time when I honestly just really, really needed something to be hopeful about. And the organization reminded me that people are good and do good things, and there is hope, and it's, you know, it's not all awful.
Well, I got involved with Random Acts first because I had a lot of friends who actually went on the trip they did to Haiti a few years back, and I helped a bunch of them fundraise for that. And then I did some fundraisers for Random Acts myself and was really involved in different things. So when this trip came up and was announced, I jumped on it first thing.
I found out about Random Acts through Supernatural and doing events like E4K and Amok because being a part of the Supernatural fandom. And I had heard about the previous trips from friends who had been on them, and I knew that I really wanted to be a part of this one because I love volunteering. So.
I raised $8,150 this year for Dreams to Act, Nicaragua, and in complete for Random Acts projects I fundraised around $25,000 in the last years. I totally can understand how new people have some struggle in the beginning. Very important for me is networking. I network a lot, and I do it through the whole year, not only when there is a fundraising going. I have a great network of supporters over the years, and I really try to keep them updated all the time. I would not be able to do it without tools like Facebook, Twitter, emails, because especially on like Facebook, what's very important is to thank a donor. When you get a donation, directly go there and thank him or her. And I'm doing it in public, like making a Facebook post, tagging this person if I can, telling them what they are doing here, what amazing thing they are doing.
I actually would knit squares for every $10 people donated, and then I donated those squares to an organization in South Africa called Knit a Square that puts together blankets for orphans. So kind of the, look, your $10 is doing double good helped a lot for me.
I mean, people always surprise you, like how much perfect strangers are willing to give you, like just on their door, like, sorry to bother you, but would you mind, donating X amount or whatever. And like people who will like hand you a 20 or a 50 instead of their spare change. It blows your mind.
One of my mom's friends owns a gas station, and we did a big raffle for a roll of lottery tickets, and the entire town got in on it. And so we were selling raffle tickets, one for $3, one for $2, 3 for $5, and that just blew up. So it was insane.
I went to a local business owner and I asked her what would make this meaningful to local businesses and to people in the community, because she has a lot of community outreach with her business. When we talked, she said to find a way to make it local as well as being far away. So I contacted the local school districts and talked to the principals at our different schools to see if they would allow me to come in when I came home from this trip and talk to the kids and maybe set up some kind of program about education in other countries to teach our kids, more or less just to be grateful for what they have in America and see how other kids do things.
At the beginning, I was really disheartened. I was really disappointed. I was really frustrated at the beginning because it's not easy. The manager of my clinic, she's fantastic, and she's very, she's a really good leader, and she came up with good ideas. Why don't you, on Thursdays, because that's payday, why don't you bring candy? And why don't you cook lunch? Because it's payday, so people are gonna buy it. So that's one of the things I did. I cooked, and I came to work with rice and chicken and salad and all of that.
What I found helped a lot was when people found out we were paying for our own expenses while we were here, they were much more willing to donate than when they thought that it was just going to be like the $5,000 was to get us here, and we would just like laugh and play the whole time, which we have been doing also.
I had opened up my emails really early in the morning, and I saw an email from Tracy, and I freaked out. I got really excited, called my sister. Honestly, after like all the excitement kind of wore off, I felt a little bit guilty because I was like, I'm the only one who like didn't raise this massive amount of money, and like, is that going to affect the way I interact with people? But this is such an amazing group of people. Everyone's so kind, and like, it doesn't matter that I didn't reach that full 5,000 goal. The fact that I tried, everyone's still very like accepting, and I don't know, I think it was great. I was super excited. I think this is an amazing opportunity.
But one of the biggest things I'll be taking away from this trip is actually the people. It's just been such a fantastic group of people that I've met here, and I've just had such a brilliant time with the people who have been here. You know, really have made some great friends and some great experiences.
One of the students was speaking about, you know, about the bus that Random Acts was able to help provide, and she said this phrase, and she said something like, trying to remember, like, llegan a tiempo, llegan cómodas, y llegan seguros. And it's like, in English it means we arrive on time, we arrive comfortably, and we arrive safe. And you can translate it, but something about her saying it in Spanish and, you know, understanding right away feels a lot heavier.
A few of the volunteers and staff and I went to see the senior class project presentation that they were putting on, talking about how the big driving force behind this push for literacy was the realization that a lot of the women taking care of their families couldn't understand the instructions they were being given for how to care for their children's health and how to protect them from disease and how to recognize when things were wrong. And even when they were being given medicine and instructions, they couldn't understand the things that they were being told to do. Literacy isn't just A-E-I-O-U, that it's actually having to watch fewer women cry because their children have died. And that, for me, was the moment when I knew that this was bigger than just a building. It's not just a school. That what we're doing here and what this project is about is giving these people life and hope. So that's something that I'm always going to remember.